Welcome back. South Africa's manufacturing production fell 2.6% year-on-year in November. According to Stats SA, this is the steepest contraction in factory output since June. The motor vehicles, parts and accessories and other transport equipment sector was the largest negative contributor, while the largest positive contribution was made by the petroleum, chemical products, rubber and plastics products division. Econometrix chief economist Azar Jammine joins us now to unpack the print further. Azar, thanks so much for joining us today. So as I mentioned, downbeat data out from the manufacturing sector. I guess this not coming as a surprise, because when you look at that ABSA PMI print for November as well, that's when it slipped back into contractionary territory. Can you just take us through your initial reaction to the print, as well as some of the factors that have weighed on it?
I think one must bear in mind that, you can't read too much into every single month's vagaries of manufacturing production going up or down. But the more general story is that manufacturing production is languishing with very little growth. It's not collapsing, but it's languishing. And in the 3-month period from September to November, it was down by 0.2% compared with the preceding 3-month period, June to August, on a seasonally adjusted basis. In other words, it's stagnating. Some of the sectors are contracting, others are improving. But the general picture is, though, that manufacturing is going nowhere fast, and it's stuck at a level of production that is below that which prevailed prior to the coronavirus crisis of 2020.
What's weighing on manufacturing in particular, Azar, considering that we've had, the end of load shedding as well, and sentiment has been somewhat upbeat post the national election?
Yes, indeed. The fact that manufacturing has not improved, especially in the wake of the upturn in business confidence and in consumer confidence following the formation of the Government of National Unity and the ending of load shedding, these are disappointing outcomes, and they highlight the fact that the non-performance of manufacturing goes to the very heart of the failure of government economic policies in terms of industrialization. The more they've tried to industrialize or re-industrialize the economy, the more they have failed. And this can be attributed to a whole lot of interventionist policies and regulations that have made it very unattractive for businesses to go into manufacturing, including labor laws, including very harsh militant trade unionism that keeps pressing for higher wages, that doesn't allow the manufacturing sector to breathe at all in terms of profitability, and including our BEE laws as well, that are restricting the ability of manufacturers to feel free to produce whatever they want to at will.
So I guess more of a reform story that we need to get, those reforms speeded up to sort of boost a recovery within that sector. Is that what we need to do?
Clearly, we need dramatic reforms, and we need to move away from this concept of inward industrialization to achieve the improvement in manufacturing. We need to be able to import and export more freely to help the manufacturing sector acquire what it needs to do more readily. And also, as long as you have trade unions holding a stranglehold over the sector, it's not going to progress very far. It's going to keep losing out. I have to say that you mentioned that the motor industry has been the biggest source of decline more recently. There is an additional problem that we're facing right now, and that is that some of our overseas markets are in decline, especially in the automotive sector, where there is a secular move towards moving away from the internal combustion engine towards electric vehicles, and South Africa is not geared up to supply electric vehicles. And so we've been seeing a substantial decline in our exports of motor vehicles. That has been a very important specific contributor to this non-performance of manufacturing.
All right, Azar, thanks so much for joining us and just unpacking that print for us further. That was Azar Jammine, Chief Economist from Econometrix.